be, for my own sake, I'm going to do a bit of brainstorming just to kind of get my bearings about how it is that I usually do this. Also, because it's been a while, and I actually want this character to succeed. Okay. I think I can go to the platform and just discuss the whole situation from up there. And the kinds of things that went into consideration of this, not particularly this encounter maybe, but like also on the long-term planning here. A couple of things here. So the arena, yeah, well, let's say that the idea is that I also release this as part of a YouTube sequence. So I do want to kind of discuss a little bit more, welcoming to people who maybe would be watching and have no idea what's going on otherwise. This is my Wyll solo run attempt number 60. So many Wylls have died before this guy, and to make this guy possible, basically. So a couple of things that has gone into this. The warlock in itself is the base origin. That means that the warlock has all of the stuff that Wyll comes with, basically. So that means he has the fiend background. He has his quirk where he has only one eye, which means that, for instance, you cannot get the Volo eye, you cannot get the eye from the hag either. Outside of that, the only thing I've really changed is the stat roll, which is very odd, perhaps. I think the one of the things that I've done is that I've dumped my dex to 12, where normally I would probably go with a 16, because high dex is very valuable. Obviously, it does have a couple of problems in built into that, because the 12 dex also completely hampers my initiative. So that's very bad in this encounter in particular. That's bad. But so I maxed out my constitution because I have a high dependency on the haste spell in encounters where, because I'm an Eldritch Blaster, I want to pump out as much damage as possible, and Eldritch Blast is a haste spell is very effective for that in particular. The reason I have the haste spell also is because the haste spell is part of the Pact of the Tome kit that Wyll is equipped with. So he's not a Pact of the Blade, he's Pact of the Tome warlock. And that is because where Pact of the Blade probably overall is a better subclass, a better pact to choose in many ways, Pact of the Tome has some very, very nice versatility in there. It has the call lightning spell, which is pretty great in many situations. I mean, even with the Eldritch Blast being strong, it can still be good. It has an animate death spell in there, which I also really like, and it has the haste spell. I mean, that's just part of it, and that is just, the haste spell is just great. Unless this phase fails horribly, it will be very clear once we get to the fighting that really works. Outside of that, I've gone into a 14 wisdom, which I like. I just like a high wisdom score. And then I rolled with a 16 in charisma. And that has been increased to 18 through an ASI, an ability score increase, +2 to charisma. And the reason why I don't go with an uneven stat is because with the Ethel Hag's hair and the Mirror of Loss extra charisma bonus, you actually get to an even stat in Act 3. And that just appeals more to me. And I can take those stat points and distribute them elsewhere, which I prefer. So even if it becomes a little bit, it's not very strong. I mean, if I got the Hag's hair very early, that would maybe that could have taken me to, let's say, a higher charisma score overall. Maybe I could have done something with that. But this way, I feel like this works for me. So it's very individual. For the invocations, Wyll has the agonizing blast, which adds his charisma to his eldritch blasts, which is also part of why a high charisma score is necessary. but also actually because of the hit rating. You hit jack shit in Act 1, but part of part of the solution is to increase your charisma score. Then I have the repelling blast, and then finally I have the, let's just say, where did it go? It doesn't show. It is the armor, the mage armor, the armor of shadows incantation. It gives you an unlimited use of mage armor as long as you're unarmored, and with the infernal robe that has an innate armor class and a shield that puts me at 18 armor class. It's not particularly wonderful, but it is what it is. It works as long as I'm not being destroyed by the spider. So I'll have to see what happens. Another thing that I did, back to the encounter here, and for the summons I've chosen the skeleton, which I could have chosen the zombie, which is very good, but I like the skeleton. And then we have shovel here in the background. Yes, and part of the what I've realized is that if you don't kill Arca in the prison in the early game where she's guarding Sasa in the Druid Grove, she actually participates in this fight, which is it means something, because it's going to hold off one of the very dangerous soul spiders just a little bit. Another thing, real quick, is that from losing another character to this, I found out that going to this location, kiting Minthara to here, can be very dangerous, because Minthara has a tendency to buff herself with fire damage on her weapon attack, and she has a bonus action as well, and she doesn't mind attacking these smoke powder bombs. So if you are located anywhere inside of the area of Cannon's Grave, she doesn't mind going up and blowing herself up to get to you. So that happened as well. So probably the fight will be mostly me standing over here by Zevlor and kind of piggybacking off of the fact that I have a tank here, and then probably moving a bit this way. What I cannot what I can hope for, but what I cannot control with the low decks, I added the Bow of Awareness for extra initiative to kind of help me out a little bit. But what I can hope for is to get a turn before the Sapper, who's called Sapper Moke, who spawns just next to the barrels over here. If I don't get the drop on him, probably I'll be dealing with goblins flying all over the place. We'll have to see what happens. The idea is that I'll be hasted, so with my spell arsenal, I will not be casting Hunger of Hera on the ground. I will not be casting Cloud of Daggers, anything else to deal with the goblins. So in the event that I'm not able to protect the entrance, and the sappers get there and destroy the entrance, my hope is that I have enough firepower to kill the two spiders, and then following that, I'll have to see what the situation is. Either I need to go and destroy the ladder over here and kind of control the encounter that way, or I'll have to maybe go up the small little lookout spot up here and kite the stuff up there. But I'll have to see what the situation is. In terms of gear, I'll be using the haste helm, which is found in the Blighted Village, the infernal robe, which is a reward from the Korka quest, not the Korka, the Karlak quest that Wyll has. I'll be using the Hellrider's Pride together with the Amulet of Restoration. The bonus action heals will help me keep Zevlor alive for, I don't know, 3-4 turns longer, which is enough, I feel. So the Hellrider Pride, when I heal other targets, will cast the Blade Ward. So that in tandem should work really well. Then I'll just keep the Boots of Speed, because bonus action is not necessarily very important on Wyll. So I can deal with losing the bonus action to a click heals effect. I'll be precasting Jump, giving me 10 turns of maybe 9 or 8 turns of extra jump, which is pretty great. The Bow of Awareness for extra initiative. I don't need the ranged power of the other bow options. And then I'll be buffing the Arcane Blessing the bless from the staff of the arcane blessing, which is probably the mainstay of the whole fight, because with this buff, which will persist because it's not concentration throughout the fight, I get that added attack rolls bonus from the Mistra blessing. So even if the bless spell goes away when I then subsequently cast my haste spell, I will still be maintaining a +2 d4 to spell attack rolls, which is going to be paramount to killing the spiders, because the high AC, I believe they have 18 AC or something. It's just so nasty. So I think without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will be equipping the spell sparkler afterwards, because the second I've hit, I get the +1 to attack. The other option for this is because I can just switch weapons. So the alternative Mill's First Staff gives more or less the same bonus as the spell sparkler, because they both give bonus to spell attack rolls. I'm not going to be very dependent on the spell save, because I don't need anything to save, I think. So the spell sparkler overall is going to be better. Also because the Eldritch Blasts have 2 bolts per shot. So that's going to be very effective with the spell sparkler. But I think I am going to be getting ready to this. And I'll just be blowing this war horn once I'm ready. But I need to go through the sequence of spell casting, and I also need to do a short rest so I get my spell slots back before initiating the fight. So what I'll do is probably casting this, casting the jump spell. I'll be casting the Mistral Blessing, and then turn, and then the Mistral Blessing is up. I'll be equipping the Spell Sparkler, and then I need to equip Crusher Ring, and I also need to cast my haste spell. So I need to do that as fast as possible. And then we quickly go through this. And then we deny Minthara. And we have a bad initiative roll. I think Savamok. Yeah, Savamok is in before us. So now it's going to make... I need to spend just a moment just looking at the setup here. So the idea is that if you can manage to kill this particular goblin in this encounter at the start of the fight, what happens is that he's going to blow up, if not all of the transport barrels, then at least most. And that completely eliminates the threat from the Ogre Brute throwing barrels. Now I'll be having barrels thrown at me in this turn already. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, I can go and try to kind of eliminate these. Did I forget to use? I forgot to short rest. That's a classic. We'll have to see what I can do without the spell slots. It is what it is. Let me just quickly check. So at this point, I can't kill Savamok. He's going to run here, and then I'll going to have that situation. I guess probably the gate is just going to be... It's not possible to completely safeguard the gate here. So let's just see if I can get my skeleton forward in. I think probably just destroying barrels. Oh, can't even do that. Okay. So one of the major thing. Oh, Savamok is now down here. So since question is, I can actually attack this sword spider, which I probably will. I need to turn off the repelling blast. Very important. And then we shoot. And then we crit, for sure. We had one miss here. Probably I'm going to Healing Word Sevlor to add the Blade Ward to him, because the spider is going to come after him in a moment. And I think I don't need to... Yeah, I don't want to place myself close to any of these oil barrels, because I'm a little bit worried what kind of goblins I'll be facing in a moment. So if I already at this point... Although I don't want to retreat too far away. I think I'll place myself here. I think that will be okay for this round. He throws 2 barrels. 2 goblins. And what are we getting? We're getting a warrior and a sharp eye. And the 2 turns of Blade Ward, I hope, is going to keep Sevlor in the fight for at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 turns more, which is what I need. And I still have the chance to kind of piggyback off a little bit off of the fact that the sappers are in the middle. So I could potentially still go and attack the middle sapper and deal some damage there. See, they like to cast grease on the fire and on the oil barrels, so that's the problem there. So the spider is going to go for Asherak now and jump to me. And sure. Alright. Okay, this is not the worst situation possible. This is not a dream situation, but it could be a lot worse. Mr. Skeleton should probably just attack this Booyak. I think at this point Mr. Skeleton could be valuable, but more as a auxiliary force in this. Yeah, so now the first spider's down, and now Moke destroys the gate, which is what the heck was that? Alright. Did he actually blow up the guy? Okay, no, that he didn't do that. Okay. Alright, so I am in combat with the spider. I have an AC of 29, so I don't mind taking an attack of opportunity with the mirror images. But I would really like to go and blow up the sapper here. So I do need to kind of figure out how I want to do this. So I want to take 2 opportunity attacks. The thing is, there is a particular safe spot right here. This safe spot is a safe spot from the spiders, but not from the goblins. They'll go here and they'll push you down and break your concentration, which is bad. What I want to consider is, can I take out Sapper Gold right here? That is what I want to find out. But moving past this goblin warrior is not good. Oh, this spider's down, so... Let's just see. I'm going to take this attack of opportunity no matter what. And it's a critical hit. Oh well. But it did take some damage from that critical hit. But that kind of changes the my priority a little bit. I need to kill this spider now, I think. I want to see if I can't get down that sapper there. Come on. Okay. So that took care of a lot of stuff there. I'm going to pop my... Wait, I'm not going to... I don't need to protect Zeblo just yet. I'm going to use my bonus action to run a little bit away, I think. Now the real question is, though, do I want to kind of take the battle scene to this part of the... Probably not just yet. I think right now I still want to piggyback off of Zeblo a little bit here. And probably hide... Just going to go to this location. I don't want to go too far away, and I don't dare stay in this location as long as the goblins are being thrown up there. It feels too dangerous. Good luck, Meriden. This is a great growth defense because I forgot to do my short rest. This is fantastic. Critical hits, all part of the challenge, all part of the fun. All right, what's going on here? We have, I'm seeing something red over here. Goblin Booyah. This is our old friend. Let's see if we can't kill him. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Skeleton. Right, so I'm just going to keep Mr. Skeleton here, really. So one thing that this encounter never fails to deliver is the threat of the whole person, obviously. So if you can kind of bait the spell slots out of Minthara, that's really optimal. But it seems like it's just... It seems like she likes to misty step to her allies to lay on hands. So if you can manage to find, if you have the time for it, what she likes to do is, if, for instance, if I go down here and I start shooting the Ogre Brood, what in my experience probably will happen is that she's going to, or she can reach, I think she can reach him by running to him, right? So, but if she has to miss a step to the target to heal the target, she's going to prioritize that all over everything else. So that's one thing that would be really nice. At this point, like, I just want to kill off the goblins. Because how many turns? I have 7 turns on the haste and 6 turns on the Mistral Blessing. So probably I just want to kind of see how it plays out, keep Zeblo alive for as long as possible, and then yeah, see what happens there. So we're going to go here. And no repelling blast, and just see if we can kill this guy. And then going to heal Elegus and Zeblo here. And then we have another turn, which I could use to wear down Minthara. This is one option. I could use this to wear down Minthara. That's one option. But that's not going to help me. I think what I want to do is... I want to make sure that there are targets that she can prioritize to go and heal. So hopefully, and also I have Zeblo up there. So I do have a little bit of a also do have Invisible Shovel who can help me if Minthara decides to go for me with a Misty Step and a whole person, which is of course what I'm fearing. The stairs, the ladder's still up, but given my hit chance, I should still be able to deal with that problem. And then we shoot the Booyah over here. Miss. Probably we'll just have the fight over here by Sevlor. Let's see what Minthara does now. So in my experience, she's going to heal the bugbear. Okay. So I can kind of tap out her charges for that at least until she comes to me. But she has all of her spell slots to my knowledge, which means she can Misty Step and hold person in one round, which is not good. If that happens, I don't want to be fighting a lot of things. But at this point, I can kind of still harass her friends down here. Everybody's probably going to beeline me through the gate now, which I guess is fine. I should be able to kill at least 2 of the small goblins every turn. Oh no, Eligus. Okay. At this point, Mr. Skeleton needs to go to the forefront and utilize his high ground advantage here. So, attacking Mr. Bugbear seems like the good option here. I mean, the more you can deal with, the better, obviously. And the haste spell is going to run out, and then there'll be kind of a sequence where I need to... And there that was the whole person. Okay, for no reason in particular. Okay, so maybe that solves my problem. Now the imminent danger is upstairs, I think. Still 5 turns in the haste. Okay, so this way. I think keeping the fight up here still makes a lot of sense. Sevlor and whole person is not an immediate danger. The ogre though, the ogre is... Mr. Skeleton is back in action here. Mr. Skeleton just never fails to deliver. Sevlor is in a bit of trouble now. I need to go and get him out of that whole person. Oh, he is out. Okay, then never mind. point at this point. I think killing as many goblins as possible is the way to go. And the ogre is coming up, and I need to prioritize the ogre, I think. So that's one full turn, and I mean, this will probably not a one-on-one with Minthara, but with a bit of Sevlor left. Let's see. There's the ogre, and with the low armor class, we're going to shoot him. Go. One HP bugbear coming up. I think we'll be bringing in shovel here. Okay. Let's see if we can't burst down the ogre. That would be great. And 3 more turns on the haste, so that's already ticking. So I wonder if she has any spells left. That is pretty goddamn important, because if she doesn't, I'll be killing her from this venue. She does not seem to have that. Okay. I'm going to cast my fire shield. In the odd case that she decides to Misty Step and kill me or attack me, she has to take fire damage as well, so. What do we have left? She doesn't quite know what she wants to do, but now she's coming for us. Which means that regardless, the haste spell will run out in 1 turn. So I will go and use it for the goblin boss over here. And then I need to evacuate myself just a little bit, which will be, I think, over here. I think it's going to be an okay spot. So I don't know if this guy will actually block the ladder, but we'll have to see. Here she comes. House doesn't. Okay. And that was the Misty Step, so basically she... Okay. Don't think she has anything left outside of... I'm going to try to fear her. Cannot be done. Can we purchase a turn for Sevlor by dismissing our invisibility. We'll see. And the enmity, okay, that's great. But the enmity goes on Zeblo and not on us. She still has the bless. We're out of the problems now, but we'll see. Okay, so the question is, do I deal with a low hit chance, or do I simply initiate the Core Lightning? I think we'll do the Core Lightning. And there's a saving throw involved, but still. Be moving a little bit away here. So the mobility should get her all the way to me. So probably what she's going to do, she's going to dash and she's going to stand next to me in the next turn. It's my immediate guess. Okay. So we're just going to take a pounding here. Probably the Core Lightning is about the same value as the Eldritch Blast, approximately. So I'm going to be standing here. I'm not. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that was not intended. Oh well, the fire shield will do a bit of work there. And there we go.